رمضان يا رمضان رمضان يا رمضان رمضان يا رمضان رمضان يا رمضان.
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi ta'ala wa barakatuh. Welcome to In the Light of the Quran, where tonight we do an overview of the recitation for the 5th night of Ramadan. The 6th juz begins with an admonition never to denigrate nor to vilify people, never to publicize people's wrongs except when injustice has been perpetrated, to be aware that Allah knows the good you engage in and the wrongs you indulge in, whether in public or in private. Imam al-Shafi'i captured this very beautifully in a poem when he said, لسانك لا تذكر به عورة امرئ فكلك عورات وللناس ألسن فكلك عورات وللناس ألسن وعينك إن أبدت إليك معايبا فدعها وقل يا عين للناس أعين. Let not your tongue mention the shame of others, for you yourself are covered in shame and faults, and other people have tongues. If your eye falls upon the sins of your brother, shield your eyes and say to it, O my eye, other people have eyes too. This recitation, there's a discourse about the opposition that Prophet Musa, peace be upon him, endured, which is followed thereafter by a rebuttal of the accusations of illegitimacy against Mary of her child Jesus, peace be upon him. And also there is a correction regarding the reprehensible inaccuracy of the alleged crucifixion of Jesus of Isa, peace be upon him. Neither was Mary impious, and nor was Jesus crucified, peace be upon both of them. It's a reminder that Muslims believe in all prophets. In fact, Islam is the only faith that makes it an article of faith to believe in all prophets, from Adam concluding with the mission of the final messenger, Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him. And we acknowledge that some of the prophets are mentioned in the Quran while many others are not. But we are exhorted to follow the clear proofs, Burhan, the Nur, the light of divine guidance conveyed by these prophets. And not only to follow that, but to encourage others not to deviate from the truth, nor to ignore the realities of the world around. Surah An-Nisa began with family matters, the orphans, marriage, and inheritance. And the surah concludes with family matters pertaining to the law of inheritance relating to kalala. And kalala is used in three ways. It is used as an adjective for such a person who leaves behind as inheritors, neither parent nor offspring. It can also be used for those who are left behind as inheritors who are neither parent nor offspring of the deceased. And it's also used for relationship, any relationship besides that of parent or offspring. So the surah concludes by making reference to the law of inheritance, part of which it began with. The next surah is Surah Al-Ma'idah. This was revealed towards the last year of the Prophet's mission. Some people consider this to be in the last 2 or 3 years before the passing of the Prophet, peace be upon him. And this surah deals with ordinances pertaining to religious obligations, to social responsibilities, to interaction with dominant ideologies, as well as practical precepts of Islam dealing with social and spiritual duties and responsibilities. It opens with an exhortation to be honest, through an injunction for fulfillment of contracts and covenants, reference to dietary law in detail regarding what to eat and what is forbidden, followed by guidelines regarding marriage, injunctions regarding ablution before prayer, followed by showing gratitude for Allah's bounties, and the importance of obeying Allah and His Messenger. Part of verse 3 is considered by some of revelation that the Prophet received. اليوم أكملت لكم دينكم وأتممت عليكم نعمتي ورضيت لكم الإسلام دينا. This day have we completed for you your deen or your way of life, fulfilled our favors upon you, and are satisfied with Islam as your way of life. Allah knows best whether this was indeed the last revelation, though many scholars believe it to be so. Nonetheless, this is followed by an emphasis on justice as integral to faith. In fact, so much so that justice is considered the closest expression to piety. We ask not to deviate from Allah's commands, nor to break His covenants, as some of the preceding people have done. Reference is made to the cowardly fear of some of Moses' followers, in fact many of his followers, and the principled bravery of two of his companions, principled, brave and courageous, and their response is documented as part of revelation for posterity. Then there is a narration of the conflict between the two sons of Adam, peace be upon him. There's also injunction regarding the sanctity of all human life. That taking one innocent life is like the killing of all humanity, and that saving one life is as if you are saving all of humanity. Indeed, the sanctity and value of human life. Then there is reference to the consequence for those who wage war against Allah, those who cause fasad and corruption on earth, followed by an exhortation to be mindful of our duty towards Allah. If people were to judge by what Allah has revealed through His messengers throughout history, they would be on the path of justice and righteousness. Do not take as protectors those who ally themselves against the believers, nor those who mock your faith, nor those who refuse to command good and forbid evil, nor those who cause fasad, which is chaos or disorder on earth. True friends and protectors are those who have faith, who establish prayer, who give charity, and bow only to Allah. While those who have no cause to grieve are those who have faith, who have iman, those who are good Muslims, good Jews, good Christians, good Sabians, who believe in the Creator, the day of accountability, and who are doers of good. Prophets came through history and were opposed, and their message later corrupted. Call is made to the people of the book not to exceed the limits in matters of religion, nor to deviate from divine guidance, neither going astray nor leading other people astray. To realize that though previous messages may have been corrupted, the essence of all of those messengers are captured in the Quran, which has not been corrupted and has remained in its pristine, pure form, preserved as it was the day of its revelation. Do not forbid yourself the good that Allah has made permissible, neither exceed the limits, and never take oaths in vain. Realize that intoxicants and gambling are pathways to evil. Avoid these completely under all circumstances. This is followed by rules regarding hunting, Said, reference to the sanctity of the Kaaba and its role as a sacred place, established Qiyam al-Linnas for the performance of prayer, enhancement of integrity, the empowerment and upliftment of humankind. Be cognizant of the fact that evil and good can never be the same. Evil and good can never be equal. Though the preponderance of evil may be overwhelmingly dazzling to you, then there is a reminder of the responsibility of each person to make a wasiyah, to make bequests and its regulations regarding that. We are also reminded that all prophets will be gathered with their people on the day of judgment, and they will state that their message in essence was the same. The surah began with a call to fulfill spiritual and social obligations and to adhere to Allah's guidelines. The surah now ends with a reminder of Allah's glory and human dependence on Him. that those who abide by the truth and are pleased with what pleases Allah, those who abide by the truth and those who are pleased with what pleases Allah, deserve the rida, the pleasure of Allah, and the attainment of what the Quran refers to as Fawzul Azim, the ultimate success. May Allah count us among those. Shukran. Wassalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi ta'ala wa barakatuh.
رمضان يا